三个重点带你看完一本好书，欢迎大家来到我的频道，这是一个分享好书、好文章、学英文的成长频道，记得订阅按赞。今天我们要聊的是每个人一生中都会面对的课题——亲密关系。你是否曾困惑于感情的变化？今天我们要用英语 podcast 的方式来聊一本权威心理学著作，一起揭开亲密关系背后的真相。
Relationships. We all have them. We think about them a lot, but...Well, let's face it, they can feel really complicated sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much advice out there, right? It's hard to know what's, actually based on solid evidence.
Exactly. Which is why we wanted to do this deep dive. We're aiming to sort of cut through some of that noise today.
We're going straight to the science. We're using Rowland Miller's book, Intimate Relationships, as our guide. It's really a cornerstone text.
Yeah, this isn't just like one person's hot take.
Yeah.
Miller's work pulls together decades, nearly 4 decades, of scientific research. It's, well, pretty authoritative.
Right. Our mission here is basically to pull out the key scientific insights, the real nuggets, to give you a clearer way to think about love, connection, all of it.
Okay, let's jump in. First big question. Why? Why do we even need these intimate relationships? I mean, lots of people enjoy their own company.
Sure, solitude can be great, but think about it in the extreme. Imagine you're in this amazing, luxurious villa. Everything you could ever want.
Sounds good so far.
But you are completely, utterly alone. No one. No friends, no family, nobody to talk to, share things with, not even argue with.
Okay.
How long would that actually feel good? Probably not very long. It highlights something fundamental.
Which is?
That humans are, we're social creatures at our core. The science is really clear on this. We have this innate, you could say, hardwired need for belonging. For connection.
So it's not just like a nice to have. It's fundamental, like needing food or water.
Precisely. It's deeply rooted in our evolution. Think about our ancestors. Cooperating, being part of a group that was essential for survival.
Right. Safety in numbers.
Exactly. Being isolated was incredibly dangerous. So this drive for connection, it's not really optional for us. It's baked in.
Okay, so we need connection. But what makes a relationship truly intimate? Like, how does science define that beyond just knowing someone?
That's a great question. Miller's research gives us a really useful framework here. He points to 6 key dimensions.
6 dimensions, okay.
Yeah. Understanding, caring, interdependence, mutuality, which is sort of that recognized connection or compatibility, trust, and commitment.
That's helpful. It gives you actual things to, measure your own relationships against. You can ask, does this person really get me? Do we really trust each other deeply?
Exactly. And relationships that score high on these dimensions, they tend to be, scientifically speaking, deeper, more stable, more fulfilling.
All right, let's switch gears a bit to the big mystery, attraction.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that draws us to one person and not another? It often feels so random, almost magical.
It can feel that way, but science actually has some pretty concrete ideas. The core finding, really, is that attraction boils down largely to the rewards another person provides.
Rewards. Okay, tell me more. What kind of rewards?
They can be direct, like compliments, support, fun experiences, or indirect, like feeling good just being around them, or maybe the social status associated with them.
Interesting. So what factors make those rewards more likely, leading to attraction?
Well, one huge factor, maybe surprisingly, is just plain proximity. Being physically close.
Just being nearby.
Yeah. It dramatically increases the odds. There's that classic university dorm study.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Right. It showed that people were way less likely to become close friends, even with someone just down the hall compared to the person living right next door.
Wow. So your neighbor really does have an advantage.
Statistically, yes. Then there's appearance. Research suggests we tend to find faces that are closer to the average face in a population more attractive, which is kind of interesting.
Average.
And there's even some intriguing research suggesting things like a woman's menstrual cycle might subtly influence her preference for certain male facial features.
Whoa, okay, that's definitely counterintuitive. What else plays a big role?
Similarity. This one is huge. We tend to be drawn to people who are similar to us.
Similar how? Like background values?
Exactly. Similar backgrounds, attitudes, values, even personalities.
And why is that so powerful?
Well, it makes interactions feel, safer, more predictable. Less effort, maybe. It suggests compatibility, less potential for conflict. Basically, it makes the relationship feel more rewarding and less costly in social terms.
It's pretty amazing, really, how science can take something that feels so emotional and complex, like attraction or intimacy, and break it down into these understandable principles.
It really can help clarify things, I think. Understanding this stuff, our basic need for connection, what really defines intimacy, the factors in attraction, it can be quite empowering.
Oh, so?
Well, it gives you a lens to see the dynamics in your own life more clearly. Hopefully it helps you make more informed choices, maybe build more fulfilling connections.
So maybe take a moment, think about your own relationships, your closest connections. Through this scientific lens, see how those dimensions stack up.
Exactly. And here's something to maybe chew on after this. If attraction is, at least partly, about the rewards we get, how conscious are you really of the specific rewards you're seeking in your relationships? And maybe just as important, what rewards are you consistently offering? Thinking about that might just shift how you approach things.